It's a play on wardrobe that reflects the character, you know. There was no logical choices, it just happens. I think the common thread that lines up the outfit is perhaps the belief, you know, and the chaos of it is what links it together. I started working with the Spice Girls in the summer of '97, all through the second album, which is called the Spice World, and I was on tour with them. I worked on their European tour and American tour, right up till the finale of the tour. The way that I came to work with the Spice Girls again was quite unplanned and unexpected. I suddenly kind of got a call from someone that was working on the film for the Spice Girls, Spice World, the movie, it was called at that time. And you know, they rang to say, oh, we're working on this big film with the Spice Girls, we need some extra help on busier days, like a wardrobe assistant kind of role, to kind of look after the extras, do some alterations. Are you free? I remember it was summer at the time, so it must be more or less the summer after I graduated. And I said, yep, you know, it's film work, new experience, I've never worked on film before, I would love to kind of, you know, come and help. I met all the Spice Girls. I remember kind of doing some alterations on them, pinning stuff in, altering for them, and making some accessories and random pieces to go with their outfits. I found out while I was working on the film how they arrived to ask me to help on the film. Apparently, you know, the costume designer for that movie knew a lot of the wardrobe mistresses that I worked with. So she asked one of the wardrobe mistress, can you recommend some people to help out on this busy film that we've got working on? And apparently a list was faxed through at the time, and I was the only boy on that list. So, you know, they all kind of said, okay, let's try him. He's the only kind of odd one out on the list. He could be really good or really bad, so let's try it. And luckily for me and luckily for them, I kind of fulfilled my role. So, and that's how I got on the movie. So on my last day with the Spice Girls, you know, I did what I had to do, and I left them all my cards. I think it was Victoria, you know, Posh Spice, rang me on my cell phone and asked me if I would be interested to join them to look after all aspects of the wardrobe because they're going to get really busy. And again, of course, you know, I had to sit down, you know, it was quite, you know, they were massive at that time in the 90s. So I sat down and said, yes, of course I would. And next day I was meeting them on the set of the video, you know, to talk about what they had to do coming up, what my responsibility was, and yeah, and the rest is history. The girls' signature pieces came about because it was always been there, you know, for me it was just bringing it out, you know. They very much loved the platform shoes because they're actually not very tall girls, you know, it was from a practical point of view, it became the trademark, and people, because it became the trademark, they were so well known, it became quite influential for like their fans to wear big platform boots and sneakers and trainers. I kind of think what's interesting with trends and fashion is that what is popular is very much originates from belief in the art, you know, the artist's own belief in what they do. For the premiere, the UK premiere of the Spice World movie, you know, I suggested that they should all wear pinstripe suits, and they did, because they were not known to wear same outfits, and they did, and that created a lot of media attention. And similarly for the Hollywood launch in LA of the movie, you know, where they had a double-decker bus, you know, I suggested why don't we do white tuxedos, because it's American, it's Hollywood, and it's very much kind of a surprise as well, and that's what we did. So yeah, it's very much, you know, it's a very fun time to be in styling. I was working with 5 really kind of enthusiastic and energetic artists who was game for anything, you know, and it was a fun time.